If what you were doing, if the way you were living, if all the things that you were currently doing and your current lifestyle were working, you'd hopefully be able to get pregnant. Welcome to Fertility TV. I'm Dr. Marc Sklar. I'm a natural fertility expert, and I help couples from all over the world with my online virtual programs and consultations. If you're here to learn about a magic pill to help you get pregnant, well, I've got a little surprise for you. It doesn't exist. There is no magic pill to help you get pregnant. And because of that, I can't make a video about a magic pill to help you get pregnant. But before you move on to another video, I want to invite you to keep watching, because I share a lot of really practical, useful information in this video that hopefully will be a wake-up call for you. Before you keep watching, let me give you a little bit of background information about what I'm going to cover in this video. A few weeks ago, I received a comment from one of you, and I'm going to read it to you just as it is so you can hear it straight the way I received it. Before we get started, I have an announcement and an invitation for you. If you've been trying for over 6 months, this is what you've been waiting for. I want to invite you to a free fertility training where I will teach you the 5 steps for a positive pregnancy that I used with her and thousands of other women that I helped get pregnant. There are so many things that you can do to improve your fertility that you might not be doing because nobody told you. Register for free at marksklar.com/positive pregnancy to save your spot for my free training. Okay, now let's get into the goods of this video. Okay, so some of you might find this funny. I found it a little bit humorous, and then it really upset me. I believe that all of you know that to get different results, you have to put in some effort. You've got to change things in terms of what you're doing to get different results. And that's what my teachings do. That's what my videos do, is try to teach you different results. Well, I'm going to read you the feedback I got so that you can understand where I'm coming from, and then let's talk about it. And we're going to break this down, okay? The inconsistent information and honestly, the impossible to follow recommendations. I've heard Dr. Sklar talk about making sure you don't wear shoes in the house. Clean your house constantly. Eat organic. Don't eat processed foods. Don't use plastics. Don't use cleaning supplies. Get plenty of sleep. Buy this expensive product I recommend. Oh, and do all this without caffeine or stress. All this sounds great, but to normal people who work outside the home, can't afford a maid or a chef, and don't have a ton of extra hours in the day, it's impossible. All capitals. I want real advice. I want real advice for real people, not 1950s housewives who own a garden and have nothing better to do but clean and spend their husband's money. The kind of advice normally provided makes me want to give up. Stop making impossible recommendations like removing your shoes, dude, and get 8 hours of sleep. What are you thinking? So, at first, this caught me off guard, right? I believe, and I think many of you do as well, that I'm making practical, real recommendations. I don't think I'm asking too much, and I don't think that I'm asking you to be a housewife, to have a maid or a chef, and that you need tons of extra hours to do this. Yes, and what I'm asking you to do, does it take effort? 100% yes. Does it take time? 100% yes. Does it take you to change your mindset and the way you currently live? Yes. But that doesn't mean it's impossible or impractical. If what you were doing, if the way you were living, if all the things that you were currently doing and your current lifestyle were working, you'd be healthier. You'd hopefully be able to get pregnant. You'd live a healthier, more stress-free lifestyle. But that's not what's happening. For the majority of people watching, we are living in this rat race. We're going without stop. Look, this person says it's impossible to get 8 hours of sleep. We are prioritizing the wrong things if you're not able to get 8 hours of sleep, if you can't eat the right foods and cook for yourself, And if you can't have time to clean your house, we are prioritizing the wrong things. If we were doing those right things, then maybe we'd be getting different results. And that's what I want for all of you. So yes, is it difficult to make changes? Is it difficult to change your lifestyle? Sure. Changing anything that we do takes time and is not easy. And all change is uncomfortable and takes effort, right? But it's not impossible. It's not impractical if that's what you want. If you want different results, if you want change, it's possible. And the reason why I know that it's possible is because I've seen it over and over and over again. The women and couples that I work with are just like all of you. They're not rich. They don't have private chefs or maids. They just make different decisions to prioritize different things in their life. The basics about eating is really important. The first thing she says, now let's break this down, is make sure you don't wear shoes in the house. It's one of the easiest things I can ask any one of you to do is not track the toxins from outside the house, all the dirt and junk from outside the house that lives on your shoes into your house. You walk in, shoes come off. You just have a place for them. This has been done in many, many countries for centuries, right? This can be done. Clean your house. I'm not saying to clean your house constantly, that there's nothing else for you to do. I'm saying that your house needs to be cleaned regularly. Take some time. Now, does that mean you have to clean in your entire house or apartment at the same time? No. You could say this week I do these things, or these days I clean the kitchen, and these days I clean the bathrooms, and these days I clean whatever else, right? You can set up a schedule and make it practical and realistic for you. Everything is doable. Everything can be figured out and can happen if you make a schedule and make it work for you. The other thing I want you all to know is that, yes, am I expecting a lot from all of you? 100%. I expect a lot from everybody. It doesn't mean it has to be stressful. It doesn't mean you can't do anything else in life and that you can't live a real life and enjoy time with your friends and enjoy time with your family because you're always doing something. You have to prioritize those things. And so you make a list. Well, this is more important than that. Cleaning the house is more important than going food shopping, so that's what I'm going to do. Or buying good groceries is more important than cleaning the house, so that's what I'm going to do. If you can't do it all, start with one thing. Do that. Work it into your lifestyle. When you're comfortable with that, move on to the next and add that in. These things can all happen if you make a proper plan and prioritize them for yourself. So the next thing that's said as we break this down, it says, eat organic, don't eat processed foods, right? Yes. Does it mean that you 100% always have to eat organic food? Well, that would be nice, but it's not practical or realistic for everybody. But we can strive for that. Does it mean that we should never have processed foods? No, but in a perfect world, we can strive for that, right? So just because you can't be 100% organic or 100% not eating processed foods doesn't mean that we shouldn't strive for those things. It also means that to do those things, you have to plan and prepare. You have to have a meal plan. You have to have recipes to follow. You have to go food shopping, and you have to buy the right foods. If you don't set yourself up for success in those areas, then it's going to be really hard and be really stressful. And when you are out and about and you need to go eat out in a restaurant or fast food, you can always make better choices. You can always find better choices these days. Which restaurant is better? Is it McDonald's or is it Rubio's? And just because you make that choice, let's just say you walk into Rubio's because you decided that that was better than McDonald's, then you could make bad choices in there too. You could get the fried tacos, right? But maybe you just get a salad with chicken or fish on there. There are always better choices to make if you choose them. I'm going to jump to some of the ones that I think are really important. She says, don't use cleaning supplies. I think what she meant here was don't use some of the conventional cleaning supplies. And yeah, I feel pretty strongly about that. Those are relatively toxic. You can clean so many things with vinegar and water. It cleans so many things, and it's easy and it's cheap. It's not expensive to do that, right? So there are a lot of different ways that you can go about that if you can be creative and just ask the right questions. She also feels that getting plenty of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, is not a practical thing, that it's impractical and difficult to do. Well, I'm here to tell you that one of the most important decisions you could make is getting more sleep. So what are you going to prioritize? Staying up and watching TV or getting more sleep? That always takes priority for me, is getting more sleep. And I do believe that we all can do that. There's always more work to be done. There's always more work to be done that your boss wants. But that can be there tomorrow. There's only so much you can do at work. And my preference is that you prioritize your life and your health over work. She also says that this is expensive and not affordable. We all spend a ton of money on coffee. And I love my coffee, don't get me wrong. But if I had to prioritize and take money from my coffee to fund other things that were more important, I would absolutely prioritize those things. And that's just one example. There are many choices we make in terms of where we spend our money, that we can make different choices that can improve our health. I want to talk to you all about health insurance for just a moment. You all get health insurance, and we believe that health insurance should be used to pay for every aspect of our health care around. There's no other insurance that you pay for that we think of in the same way. Let's take car insurance for a moment. When you get car insurance, does it cover your gas? Does it cover your tires? Does it cover a regular service of your car, tire rotation, oil changes, just the regular wear and tear of your car? Does your car insurance cover those things? No. You pay out of pocket to take care of your car because it was an investment for you, and you want to make sure it lasts a long time and you can trust it that it's going to get you from point A to point B. Your health care is the same. You shouldn't expect that your health insurance is going to cover every aspect of your health. We want it to cover as much as we can, and absolutely, I'm a proponent of it covering as much as we can get it to cover. But it doesn't cover your groceries. It doesn't cover your bill at the gym to go exercise. It doesn't cover your sneakers to help you run when you go running, or your bike when you go biking. It doesn't cover those things, and those are all things that help your health, right? Those are all things that impact your health. So every dollar you spend on exercise, on healthy food, on healthy groceries, on cleaning products, on keeping you healthy, is money you're spending towards your health insurance. You need to look at that differently. That will pay dividends here forward. That will keep you out of the hospital. That will keep you away from medication. That will keep you healthy. So where you spend your money is all about where you want to spend it and what you prioritize. Are you going to prioritize your health, your wellness, your life? Or are you going to prioritize that cup of coffee, that glass of beer, that meal at McDonald's? What are you going to prioritize, and where are you going to spend your money? At first, when I read this message, I was really disheartened. But then I was grateful. I was grateful for this message because I wanted to use this to support all of you more. Yes, are the things that I ask you all to do difficult? A little bit. Are they challenging because I'm asking you to change your lifestyle? 100%. No change is easy. But is it worthwhile in the end? Absolutely. The changes I ask you to make are not just to get pregnant today, but they're also to help you live a healthier life so that you can be there for the family that you want to create and be healthier when you're there. These are all valuable lessons. These are all doable lessons. And I believe that all of you have it in you to do it if you make the right choices and prioritize the right things. So my question to all of you is, are you ready to do that? Are you ready to prioritize the right things, make the right choices so that you can get different results? Hopefully this video was an inspiration to get you going and to light that spark to move you forward to do that. But the other thing that's going to be an inspiration to that is my free training on how to get a positive pregnancy. Because I'm going to go into much more depth on the 5 key steps to getting a positive pregnancy test on your fertility journey. And I want all of you to join me during that. If you have questions about anything that I talked about in this video, and you want more inspiration to get you to make the right choices now so that you can improve your fertility in the future, then I want you to comment below and let me know what those are so that I can help you on your journey too. If you like this video, then make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribing to my channel, then make sure you hit that bell so you get notified when I put out a new video. And until the next video, I want you all to stay healthy, stay safe, and most of all, stay fertile.